So what I've got here is these right here. They are made by Dynamic Moto Power, and they are a little bit different, so you can actually see into these ones. I'll take them out of the box here. They've got this kind of gimmicky carbon back, but it's alright. It looks decent. It might look cool on the bike, but what I'm more interested about is this. You can see right here, let's see if the camera will focus. You can actually see some resistors right here, and also up in here. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 LEDs in kind of a double arrow format pointing that way. So I think these will look really cool if they work on this. They are the same style. They will mount in the same place in the same way. And hopefully the wires will run the exact same way. So let's see if that is the case. So these bolts right here are an 8mm socket. And I think, I'm not sure, but I think I can get this off without taking these middle panels off. But if not, that's not a big deal. If that's the case, it's not a big deal. It's just another two, looks like 10mm bolts. So these ones have a little soft washer underneath them. It's just like a soft rubber washer. Must help with noise and vibrations. Get this off. Perfect. So now I got to undo. Actually, you know what? This might come right with it. So this is going to get relocated eventually. That's my GPS speed sensor. I don't see a reason really to put it right up here. I might put it underneath here or underneath something in the tail of the bike. For right now, we're just going to set this up here. So now we have access to our wiring, and boy, is this a mess. I think I'm going to do is I'm going to follow this wiring back as far as I can. Looks like we've got somewhere right about here probably the wires come together, so I'm going to take apart this tape. Yep, so we got our 2 yellows and our 2 blacks, which is perfect because I don't know exactly where this goes. So there we go. Those are our wires, and then this is covering up what I would assume is our 4-wire to 3-wire connection. It almost looks like we can just swap these, but they are pinched in there pretty good. Put together. Oh, that one just came out. Okay, we can get this guy out. Those black ones are in there. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, so we might have to cut into this. I was a little worried I was going to have to solder these, but it looks like I can just pop these open, and then I do have some heat shrink somewhere, hopefully I can find it, that I can put back over this and protect it. So I've got one set disconnected. Let's figure out which side. So this goes to this side right here. So there is a nut on the back, and I think that's all I need to unscrew. Kind of got to work it back and forth a little bit. I could have taken a wire brush to this, but I don't really feel like it. And since these aren't really good anyways, I'm not worried about really damaging the threads. And we're off. There we go. So that's one disconnected. That was way easier than I expected it to be. So let's clean that up a teeny bit. Not super worried. And let's get our new guy on. So on the last setup, it was just a single washer with this like compressing piece here. On the new one, we've got not a washer, sorry, that was a nut, and now we've got a nut here and a crush washer, which I think will keep things on pretty well. So that's our new one on. So I'm not sure how much of what I just recorded was caught on camera, because this thing does some weird stuff. Basically, I'm going to run you through where I'm at. I got the old turn signal off, put the new one on, easy, just a nut and a crush washer on the back side of this, and this thing just pushes right through here. Ran the wires through, detached the other ones. It looks like they use these crimp fittings, so that's no problem. I still have the other one set up there, the original one set and wired up, so I don't mix up what goes where. Not that it's really that important, but you know, this is for your ground, this is for your power back here, and then inside of here the power wires go to a switching wire which switches the power on and off. Pretty simple. But I need to get some extended wires because these and these are basically at their maximum reach right now, and I need about 4 more inches. So I'm going to go back, get some more wires, and then we will move on. Hopefully we'll be able to see this work within the next few minutes. This will be perfect for this job. It's a multi-strand copper wire. And I'm just going to cut it to length, and I'm going to touch the ends of the wires, see if it'll work. So I just cut this wire, and then I'm splitting it down the middle. So now I got 2 fully insulated wires. So I don't have heat shrink. So what I'm going to do instead is electrical tape, which should do the job, seeing as how it's named after this kind of work. So if this goes the way I expect it to, we should have a nice new blinker. Alright, lights on. Let's see. Ooh, it works. That is what it looks like. Now on your screen, you can see there's a few that are kind of staying a little lit, but it doesn't look like that in real life. It's very faint, but you can see those blinker. That blinker is very bright. And I wish the camera could show you what it actually looks like. It's 2 arrows going this way. But anyways, that's super awesome. Super bright. That's exactly what I wanted. Let's get the other one wired up, and then we'll be done with this job. And just like that, we are done. Now, obviously, there's a lot of things left to do on this bike, but these blinkers were bothering me right from the start, so I'm really, really happy to have them done. I still need to tighten them down, get them angled exactly how I want, but check this out. We're going to go turn on the power, put on the right blinker, which is the one that was really messed up before, and check out that difference. So much brighter. You can see it from a distance. It's very obvious, and that's just a little extra peace of mind. And obviously the left one works just as well, and I'm super happy with this. Now I know I didn't do things in quite as orthodox way. I did end up electrical taping pretty much everything all the way up this. I did it so that hopefully it stays watertight. We will see, time will tell. For you guys that may be a little upset with me in the comments about how I went about doing this, I feel you there. If I had the right equipment, I definitely would have used it, but I decided to do this today, and I didn't want to make a run all the way out to the store, which is pretty far away from me, just to get some little clamps and heat shrink tubing. So if this ends up failing, I will let you know, but you know what, I'm gonna run it as it is for now and see how things go. So with that all taken care of, you may now be wondering what's next. Well, for me, it's this. This thing needs a new carburetor like yesterday, because I'm really sick of it not starting right up and it not idling quite well. Well, it's at half choke right now, and that's the only way it will idle, and really it's lacking some of the power I think we could get out of this engine. So that's what I'm going to be doing next, I believe, unless you guys have some better ideas, because it's going to take a while. I'm going to be doing quite a few things in the next video as I did in this one, so hit me up in the comments, let me know what you think. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe below if you haven't already, And let me know in the comments what you think I should do next for this bike. This bike still is not registered. This is not valid right now. I have not put it on the road. I've been keeping it on dirt roads, and really I haven't been riding it a whole lot lately because I've had all the panels off. I've been doing all kinds of work on it. There's no rush. I'm doing this at my own pace, and I'm doing things that hopefully will make this bike super awesome on and off road. And I'm really happy with what we've gotten so far. We've got this chain guard, which is pretty cool. We've got new blinkers now. We've got a new gas tank, which doesn't leak, which is awesome. And a few other little odds and ends and tweaks. But really, guys, let me know what you think I should be doing next. Quick overview of what's still bugging me a little bit is the carburetor. The intake is really weird and nasty and pretty restrictive. The exhaust is kind of rattly and old, and I can't put a heat shield on the outside here because the brackets are all kinds of messed up. This tire, this back wheel, is at a bit of an angle, a little cant, which is why I haven't been riding it a whole lot lately. It needs to get trued up, so I need to do that at some point. I need to mount this speed sensor somewhere else. Here's another look at that air intake. That is the intake here, and then it goes through a filter system. Really restrictive, and all these wires are here, so they're kind of in the way, but that's how the bike was designed. So I don't really know if I like that. I've got one mirror that's just sitting on this thing, which is kind of weird. I have a spot on the right where I could mount one up here, but I don't have a matching thing on the left side. So we'll see about that. Headlights. There's all kinds of things that could be done with this bike, and I'm super excited to see what it becomes. I think you guys are going to like it too. So again, I say, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.